Happy New Year! Welcome to 2024 on the Lucy Kate Crochet YouTube channel. 2023 was quite exciting for this channel because I started using it again. I had abandoned it for somewhere between 6 and 8 years, and I decided to bring it back to life basically in order to better show off the crochet toys that I was making. I find that sort of 2D photos of the toys sometimes doesn't give them justice, and it can be hard to demonstrate to people sort of relative size and things like that. So yeah, I decided to start showing them, and really happy with how that's going. And it's been making me think an awful lot now that it's the new year about what direction I'm going to go in with both the website and with this channel, and of course with the things that I want to make. And as you probably know, a massive passion for me is the crochet toys or amigurumi, and I'm really pleased with a lot of the stuff that I made up last year, and I've been thinking about the direction that I want to go in with the toys, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a lot more of the smaller scale, more detailed, slightly more realistic stuff like Mr. Alpaca. I'm really pleased. I love this curly fur thing, like with this one and the sheep. I was thinking a lion. Lions have curly fur. What else is woolly? There's a couple of dog breeds that you could wool up a bit. Woolly pigs. I should totally do a woolly pig. So yes, so amigurumi, massively a big focus for next year for me. I've got lots of notes and ideas. There's lots of rare animals that I want to do, and sort of like breed specific things within species. So like different types of monkeys, a little bit like what I've been doing with the cows. I want to do more cows, they're bigger. But yeah, so more of a focus on the smaller scale stuff probably, but looking at lots of different types of animals. I also want to do a little bit more with the dolls. I don't have an example to show you, I'm afraid, because my daughter is asleep and she has one of them and the other one's with my niece. But I really am quite excited to have a bit more of a play around with them. I like what I've done so far, but I think that I can take it to a different level and be a little bit more creative with those. So dolls, more dolls, definitely on the horizon this year. In a slightly different vein, I'm also going to do some amigurumi food. So you know, like kids have toy food for toy shops and it's wooden or plastic. I'm going to do that in crochet. Both the littlest kids in my extended family really like the whole shopping play thing, and I'm going to make up some fruits and vegetables and then maybe try out some more complicated stuff with that. It's hopefully going to be quite small, so I should be able to work it up fairly quickly, and I'll of course write down what I do as I make them and share the patterns with you guys for free as always. And then in a slightly tangential style, I really want to have a go with some of these 3D realistic crochet flowers. You probably don't know this, but I'm really into Lego, another three-dimensional puzzle thing, just like crochet, if you will. And I've got lots of Lego flowers that I love, and I want to have a go with trying to make flower arrangements, three-dimensional ones, just like the Lego flowers, but crochet. I have seen online a couple of times people make sort of crochet flower bouquets for weddings and things like that. I think I want to aim more towards sort of house plant style flower arrangements, but we'll see what happens with that. And again, I will bring you along for the ride with that one too. I will of course be doing some more blankets. I'm actually doing a corner to corner one for myself, which I'm stupidly excited about. I don't often make things for myself, and I made corner to corner blankets for some friends' babies last year, and I was like jealous of my own work. So I'm making a big corner to corner blanket that's going to go like as a bedspread over my bed, and I'm excited about that. And with corner to cornering, now that I've got quite comfortable with that and I can work them up quite quickly, I really want to have a go with some of the pixelated designs. So you know how they make the little squares, Minecraft style, but into designs and pictures on them. So I want to have a play with that as well. And if that wasn't enough, I'm having a big sort of revamp and sort out of my house at the moment. A lot of stuff got half decorated when I was pregnant with my son 4 years ago, which I'm now finally starting to get back together again, sort of stripping off the last exhausted pregnant shoddy jobs of painting woodwork that I did, and re-sanding and undercoating and painting them. Lots of fun, not crochet stuff. But once the house is looking nice again, I can then start to make it full of beautiful things. So I'm also excited about that. So that's the gist of all the sort of physical projects that I'm going to do, and that I will, of course, anything that works out, I'll share the patterns with you, and I'll introduce them here and share the patterns on the Lucy Kate Crochet website, always for free. And so yeah, so that's going to be really cool. But I also want to do a few more tutorial-y things. So the weaving in loose ends one that I did a few weeks ago, things like that. So sort of technical things that maybe get a little bit missed along the way sometimes. And I will be, I hope, working up some actual tutorials, like follow along with me, we'll crochet together, some amigurumi and things like that. It's a little bit trickier because I fit in being able to make the crochet patterns, not in my working hours, but in my family time. So I tend to do them whilst I'm doing stuff with my children, and it's not really practical for me to film most of the time, but I'm going to try and shoehorn into my allotted working time, rather than my being a mum time, doing some more sort of film as you go stuff, so that you can really follow along with the pattern. Someone's asked me if I can do that with the sheep that I made, and I think that I'm going to make a little sheepy sort of family with the sheep that I've already got. If I can unsquish it, it lives underneath my son at nights. This, I'm going to make the alpaca or llama friend, and I'm going to make a differently coloured sheep, which I will try to film as I go, if I can, for you. I will also be trying to film for this channel some more of the sort of topical chatty stuff. So I had a chat to you guys before recently about why I don't do crochet commissions anymore, and I think the sort of more maybe businessy side of it, I've got quite a few other things that I'd really like to talk to you guys about. It's a funny thing being intensely into a hobby, and whilst I've got a couple of friends who crochet, you can't necessarily just sort of brain spill all this stuff in a normal human conversation way. And so I'm so happy that you guys seem to be keen to chat to me about those kind of ideas. So yes, so that's another thing that I'll be doing, like little chat things. And I might throw together some stitch guides as well, but I don't think I'll ever do a vast amount of stitch guides, frankly, because there are some great stitch guides out there for most things already. If there's something that sort of you technically need to know, always ask questions in the comments section under one of these videos, or drop me a message on Facebook, or you know, tag me on Instagram, something like that. I have a lot of written stitch guides with really detailed photographs on the Lucy Kate Crochet website, but I also, you know, I read other people's stuff. I learned from books, and I'm really happy to point you in other directions as well if that's helpful. Finally, I think it's also really important to embrace the fact that I'm quite impulsive. So I will make very organised, detailed, sketched out plans, and I'll do lots of those things, but I will also see a mongoose and then crochet it the next day. So you will see things that don't fit into any of these plans at all, and just when I have an idea, I find it very hard not to do it. So you'll see some of that stuff as well coming up here. So on the YouTube channel, on the website. I'm really excited about this year. Last year was tough in some ways, and New Year's, they often bring sort of this fresh perspective, and I'm going to embrace the enthusiasm and fly off in all of my different tangential directions and see which ones work out the best. But I would also really appreciate it if you would tell me what you want to see from this channel. It is still very much a baby channel, and there's a lot of directions we can go in. Personally, for my sort of expertise, my skills, what my passion, these guys really is what they center around. But you know, you've seen the playlist, you've seen the video, you can check out what kind of stuff I know about and tell me what you want to hear about. What don't you find on YouTube that I might be able to bring to the conversation? Chat to me and let me know, and I can't wait to hear from you. And thank you so much for supporting the channel last year, and let's dive into 2024 and crochet the most awesome things that we ever have. And yeah, let's do it together. Happy crocheting.